Greetings to the beautiful soul that is watching this video right now. My name is Allanah Stanton. I'm a sophomore at Rockdale County High School, and I am a part of the FCCLA. Today, I'll be presenting to you the leadership journey of Allanah Stanton. With that being said, let's get started. I will now be sharing my screen so you are able to see exactly what my project is all about. So once again, this is the leadership journey of Allanah Stanton. I'm a part of the Rockdale County chapter at SGCLA at Rockdale County High School, of course. We are located in Conyers, Georgia, and today I will be going through the leadership category for the STAR events at level 2. Before we start, I would just like to give a disclaimer that due to time constraints and restrictions, I will not be able to read through every slide. However, I will appreciate if you pause and read each slide as we go. Now, let's get into it. And also, please don't mind me if I talk a little fast. I only have 11 minutes. So right here, we have the table of contents, which just gives us an overview of what we'll be going through. Now, FCCLA planning process. This is the most important part of the project. So, of course, I identified the concerns as any plan would have. You must know what you're supposed to do. So, what is my goal? My goal is to expand and utilize mental health resources given to students in my school. I will be responsible for carrying out this goal, but I will, of course, request help from my mentors and the adults that support me. I started planning for this goal at the beginning of my sophomore year, and I will have a deadline from the end of my junior year. This is most definitely a goal that can be accomplished. So please, once again, pause and read. You can go through the plan for yourself. On to app. So what have I done during this planning process? I have been consistently working for this goal for the past semester. I've worked with teachers at my school to help spread awareness. I made flyers and participated in mental health campaigns. I have also hosted a room talking about helping youth cope with anxiety. So I've done a couple things to help with mental health. The biggest step I would say I've taken so far is creating a website about the peer facilitation program, and this has helped me spread awareness virtually while we're in the pandemic. Of course, if you want to look at the website, there's links. So of course, to read the follow-up. Here's just the evidence of online project submission summary. I just skip through that. Now we'll be talking about the leadership profile and employability skills checklist. So, a little about what I do. I am a part of FCCLA. This is my first year. I'm a sophomore, and this is the first event I am competing in, the Leadership Star event. So, in school, I have a couple of leadership positions, I would say. I'm a Girls in Focus to Succeed leader. I'm the youngest leader in the group. I'm also a Rockdale County High School Beta Club Vice President. Once again, youngest leader. I'm a person who breaks the glass. Um, I am a peer facilitator. I'm the first ever and only level 4 peer leader in the entire county. I'm also an FCCLA member, student council member, FBLA member, Rockdale Youth Leadership member, and track and field athlete. So what I do in my community is I sit on the board for the Rockdale Coalition as a youth board member. I'm the only youth board member at this time. In fact, since we're talking about leadership, I would just like to say that during this past week, I went to a national leadership forum that held sessions about mental health to improve my skills relating to leadership and improving my knowledge on mental health. Going forward, here's just the employability skills checklist. Once again, please pause to read. Now here's the leadership competencies inventory self-analysis. For most of the parts, I will not read it out to you, but I will provide a summary at the end. I make sure that you don't miss any information. Once again, please pause to read. So as we're going through, here's just the sections of the inventory, critical thinking skills, what I've done to improve it. Um, I've told you my score, things I excel in, things I want to improve, how I will improve it. So there's the personal, interpersonal, here's the workplace skills, and self-analysis. So, quick summary to summarize, I am overall proud of the growth that I've shown as a leader and how far I've come. Of course, I am still in the beginning stages as I am only a sophomore. So, I am excited to see all the growth that has come with my journey. I do have a notable amount of skills due to my trainings and all the things that I have to do within the community. So, I would say that I'm pretty good. But of course, let me not get too cocky. There's always room for improvement. Learning and improving is something that never stops. So, take a minute to read that if you will, but I will be moving on. So now we're on to leadership competencies, inventory. This for the observer, analysis, and awareness summary. So I will not go through each and every part. However, I do ask that once again you pause and read. So what did I include for these parts? There were three observers for each observer, I put the actual inventory, the strengths and growth, areas that I need to improve in, and then just a quick summary. So please pause and read. So here's observer two, what they thought I should improve on. And later on in the presentation, you will find out how exactly I improved on this. As we're going through this, I just want to say I hope you're having a wonderful day. Once again, please pause and read. So here comes my awareness summary. I would first like to start off by giving a special thanks to the three observers who took out the time in their day to help me complete this survey. With their feedback, I was able to create SMART goals. I was able to reflect and evaluate on my skills. I was able to identify my strong points, my weak points, how I would like to improve. Also detail how I will be improving these areas in the next slide. So, admirable leader summary. So, that sounds cliche, but my admirable leader is my mother. She's helped me out in my life. She's a single mother. So we don't have everything like a parent missing in her life. You gain an appreciation for the one that is there. Of course, it's not just because she's my mother. She has a lot of skills. She's a person who's helped me become the leader I am today. So take a second to read that. I believe she's a very well-rounded person, and I take after her in many ways. So my leadership development plan. This is the longest part of my project, so I ask that once again, please pause and read. So, three biggest areas I would like to develop when it comes to leadership is my time management, my step-by-step plans, and being open-minded. So, the first observer, excuse me, is um, they recommended that I work on my time management. Of course, it's not the only place that they told me to work on. However, I thought it would be best to take one goal, one specific area, and make three goals for each one. Once again, please pause and read. So here's just a summary. For each one, you'll see that I've made three goals and then a summary so you can get an understanding. I hope you're liking the presentation. It did take me a while, and I'm very proud. Here's the summary. I'm gonna start going a little faster so I don't make sure I miss anything. So, of course, observer one said time management. Observer two said step-by-step plans, and observer three said being open-minded. So I put three goals for each one, summary, all the good stuff. So now, of course, I only asked for three goals. However, I thought it would be best that I also give myself one. I decided to make this goal by basically taking the advice that they gave me. So in summary, I have created three goals pertaining to the feedback each observer gave me. I chose the three topics I felt I needed the most improvement. In the leadership development plan, you will find 9 short-term goals in total, 3 for each observer. When creating these goals, of course, I made them to ensure that they fit the SMART criteria. You know, it has to be smart, specific, measurable, attainable. Come on now. So now we have outside perspective reflection. I'm not going to read too much through this because we still have a couple things to do. However, please take a minute to pause and read. I want you to get a full understanding of exactly what I'm doing, what others think of me. So here's the other person. And last but not least, the leadership reflection. I hope you've enjoyed this journey so far. I have. So just the impact of working toward goals on my personal leadership effectiveness. You can read through this yourself because I want to go through specific things. So what have I learned? I'm just going to take a quick moment to do this because I feel like it's very valuable to say what I've learned. What I've learned is that you'll never stop learning. Learning is a part of life, and it's natural. To say that you won't learn is not something a leader would say. So I learned ways that will enhance my skills. Only way you can succeed as a learner, a leader, is to be willing to learn. Now, once again, please pause and read. Pause and read this as well. So, my plans for future actions and development. To the side, you'll see one of the flyers I made concerning mental health I used to spread around my school. So my plan for future developments include taking more trainings on mental health, creating flyers on mental health, and hopefully hosting my own training on mental health. I also plan to continue to build upon my workplace skills and critical thinking skills while putting them into practice. The end. This is the end. I hope you're ready. So leadership reflection and closing thoughts. Throughout my leadership journey, I have gone through unimaginable trials and tribulations to get me where I'm at. I am proud of myself for never giving up when things got strenuous. I truly am. I try to make it look easy and put my best foot forward to inspire others. I also try to be vulnerable with my peers to show that leaders are humans as well. My true happiness comes from servicing other people. As a leader, I'm in my happy place. I have had the honor to get feedback from my mentors. This feedback has provided me with an opportunity to assess areas that I needed to grow in and what steps I should take to grow in. It has also allowed me to evaluate how I want to sharpen my skill. I will continue to improve in both my areas of strength and areas of growth by following the leadership development plan as you saw in the previous slides. I have had leadership positions since I was in elementary school. In elementary, I was 4-H president and junior vice beta club vice president. So to just take a moment and honestly reflect on how far I've come, it leaves me in complete and utter awe. There was a time in my life where I was so nervous to speak in front of a mirror that I would shake. Now, if you were to put me in front of a crowd of 100 people and just tell me to speak, I'll be able to speak as if I've done this thing 1,000 times. The next step in my leadership journey is to continue to work on my goal of expanding and utilizing mental health resources for students in my school. I see this next step as not as the beginning, but not the beginning of the end, but the end of the beginning. I will now push myself even harder to accomplish this goal now that I have improved on my growth points and made my strong points even stronger. Thank you, FCCLA, for this opportunity. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Goodbye.